Ladies and gentlemen, just to reiterate, I am against jailing or imprisoning a reporter, a writer, for releasing or exposing the truth about criminal conduct. If the Supreme Court leaker had found criminal conduct or a lie, like, for example, the Democratic National Committee emails, there was criminal conduct, but the DNC lawyers said, well, we don't have to have a fair and neutral primary. We could just raise money and, continue to deceive Bernie Sanders voters. And we don't even need to have. So that was in court. The lawyers said, there's no need for a fair and neutral primary. It doesn't matter what Debbie Wasserman Schultz said. So if a leak or if a story is exposing and revealing the truth about a corrupt system, that's a different story. If you are just trying to impede an official proceeding, which was a huge issue for Adam Kinzinger and Cheney and Democrats when they were accusing so many of impeding an official proceeding and imprisoning many for doing so, if you steal the documents, if you weren't given the documents, if you break into a justice's computer, well, then that's a problem. And so here's a Reuters article. There were articles saying, well, they haven't broken any laws. So, well, tell me what law Assange broke aside from what's been accused of him pertaining to things other than the actual contents of the Democratic National Committee emails or emails and information from the Bush administration showing corruption and a terrible foreign policy that most Americans don't understand or comprehend. So it's really interesting. The people who are defending the person who released the Supreme Court decision before Dobbs to intimidate the conservative justices. So this was done as a political stunt. This was done to intimidate. There was nothing wrong with what these justices were doing. It's not like Debbie Wasserman Schultz cheating Bernie Sanders, or it's not like the Bush administration lying about foreign policy, okay? And sending Americans off to never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. It's not like something was revealed that most Americans didn't know about. This was an official government proceedings. The Supreme Court, the judicial branch of our government, was conducting its lawful duties. And the person who released the information on the Dobbs Act before the decision was made formally did so to intimidate people like Kavanaugh, which eventually put his life at risk. So, this is a Reuters article. Explainer, is it illegal to leak a U.S. Supreme Court opinion? The leak of a draft, That depends on the origin of the leak and whether any crimes were committed in obtaining the documents, such as infiltrating into an unauthorized computer. Drafts of Supreme Court documents are not classified. So what? If they're obtained in an unlawful manner, that could be a problem. If it was done to obstruct an official proceeding, that could be against the law as well. Hit subscribe to this channel. I think that's what Trump is focusing on. Now, this is the thing with President Trump, okay? This is why, media, the duplicity is unbelievable. When it comes to, like I said, a publisher, an Australian publisher, who is being mistreated now for years, okay? His human rights have been violated for years. You don't see the far left or Democrats, or you don't see these people going to bat or defending him. Why? Because he released information and published information detrimental to the Democratic Party. To them, to the people who are like, oh no, Trump wants to imprison these writers or reporters. I'm against that. I don't want that to happen, but they don't see the hypocrisy. You care so much about individuals that help the Democratic Party, but not reveal information of foul play or corruption. There was no corruption, just like with the impeachment in 2019. There was not one government official who revealed corruption. It was their opinion, based on a political bias and stance against Trump, that he was corrupt. There was no criminal activity. Okay? This was about the opinion of people in government about Trump trying to influence another country to investigate his direct political rivals, as the government is investigating Hunter. And had we known that, he would never have been impeached. So what Democrats do is they siphon every ounce of moral superiority from another story. So what took place was millions upon millions of Americans found out that Bernie Sanders was being cheated because of the Democratic National Committee emails, and that publisher published the information because, as they've stated, it was given to them. Okay, the head of the publishing company is now imprisoned. Not one word from Democrats because the information hurt them. When the information helps them politically, nothing to do with corruption, just politically, it's a person blowing the whistle. It's not that type of individual. You're talking about political operatives. A political operative leaked the opinion to intimidate justices, not to reveal that a candidate was being railroaded by his political party. Hit subscribe, for example. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every morning on H.A. Goodman. Become a Patreon. To my new Patreons, thank you. I don't have sponsors. This is 100% a sponsored channel by my viewers. So your Patreon support is so greatly appreciated. Super thanks is below next to the like and the share buttons. Thank you for that. I will personally thank you in the comment section. Go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, the Huffington Post Salon, the Jerusalem Post, the Federalist, and other publications. And go to H.A. Goodman's other channel at 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. I'll have a segment every single day. Also, I have 2 important segments today. Go there. This is very important because the Supreme Court leaker obtained a draft almost certainly illegally, okay? Unless they were working for a conservative justice, which is why I think that Trump knows the identity or has narrowed down the identity of the person who leaked the information. But the person who leaked the information is essentially a political operative. They were doing it to rally political support against the decision, intimidate the justices, and perhaps obstruct an official proceeding. It wasn't to, like I said, expose criminality. It wasn't to reveal the truth about a war or conflict. It was political in nature, okay? Just like the people who blew the whistle against Trump in 2019, political in nature. What Democrats will say, well, the DNC emails were political in nature. No, they weren't. They were the truth about what was taking place. It happened to show political corruption. That was the truth, okay? We would have found out the truth about the Supreme Court decision because it would have been a decision without the uproar and chaos of a leak. We would have... there was nothing that they found on Trump in 2019. It was an ellipsis and a phone transcript that was interpreted by people who despise Trump as proof that he was trying to leverage and strong-arm another president, which the president of that country himself denied categorically. Completely different ballgame. But see, Democrats, like what they'll do, they'll take moments in time where there is heroism, where there is some kind of noble and just deed, where somebody is really speaking truth to power, okay? Like that person who's jailed, the Australian journalist. Like he was really speaking truth to power beyond belief. And they'll take that moment and they'll say, well, we're doing the same thing. We're the Democrats. And the opposite is true. By the way, if you're a Democrat, Republican, left, right, center, God bless you and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend and a wonderful and amazing 2023. I only want, love and happiness and just beauty and just everything wonderful sent your way, and in terms of vibes and happiness. Thanks so much. Have a great day. I'll be back in